All right. Gentlemen, start your engine!
Drivers, start your engines!
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Remember what I told all my drivers? Reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time. Drivers, start your engines!
And gentlemen, start your engine!
And welcome back to another episode of the Green White Checkered podcast. I'm Andrew. I'm joined with Joe, Austin, and Zach. We're here to talk about Homestead. We had all three series there this weekend, put on some great racing. I think in all three of the races. So I guess we'll hop right into it. Tyler freaking Reddick, how about that?
Let's
Last
go,
lap
baby.
pass around Ryan Blaney.
Huge.
Take the win, lock himself in the top four. Greatest racer alive, and I think we have now established officially it's the Reddick line.
Oh, 100%. That was my immediate thought when I saw him run that. I'm like, you can never call it the Larson line again. No shot.
Yeah, Larson tries it, he spins out, and Reddick tries it, and he takes the win. Like,
Race car driver in the world. Interesting.
Yep.
I mean, that was nuts. Like the way that stuck up there, and he just ripped it. Like he gained on him, like in the corner, mid corner, running the outside. Blaney was even like, I thought I sent it in super hard, and Reddick was even like, I have no idea how I did that. He's like, I don't know how that stuck, but just like move for the ages, man. I mean, that whole race was fantastic, but sealed off with a killer finish like that was just next level, man. That was the diet Hail Melon.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was watching it, and he sent it into turn one to go around Denny. I'm like, that's an awful move. Like, he's not going to complete it. I figured Denny was just going to like hit the gas and not allow Reddick to do the slide job, but he didn't. And I was like, oh, he's still too far away. And then I think Blaney thought he was going to just try to do the same thing again in 3 and 4 and started to block it. And Reddick's just like, going to ride the wall.
I don't get why you don't. I mean, I get it. Like 1 and 2, he went low, but I just don't get why you don't block the top there against Tyler Reddick. Like that was Ryan's biggest mistake, I think. I don't know if that was his call or his spotter was telling him to go low since he had gone low in 1 and 2, but how do you not guard the top against Reddick?
100%. I don't disagree, but hey, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it. I mean, I would have liked to see Blaney get it too. It's wild that he's 39 behind the line after coming in second. From locked in to 38 back in a must-win position. But I would have been happy with either, but I'm very happy with Reddick.
I mean, that whole race, it was watching the playoffs just get shaken up with different leaders. I mean, Chase was up there for a while, which, of course, after I just shit on Chase all last episode, I'm like, great, he's going to win this freaking race. I'm going to have to talk about him, say how great he is. No, he sucks. So,
Oh, wow.
He didn't win it. Where did he finish, Joe?
Fifth.
He finished like fifth?
Top 5. Yeah.
Not
good enough. Not good enough.
So he was up there. Christopher Bell led some. Larson led some. Blaney led some. Hamlin led some. I mean, it was just crazy. The only guy that, is in the playoffs that didn't freaking matter is Joey Logano. Surprise, surprise. So, I mean, he finished, 30th? When the rest of 28th.
About there, yeah.
Yeah, 28th place.
30th.
And Larson was the next farthest back in 13th. And then the rest, 6th or better.
But because the playoffs, he gets to race for a chip.
Yeah.
Yay.
I don't know. It was just a crazy race all around. I was very engaged. If only they would consider Homestead for a championship race. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Only we've done that before for many years. Crazy.
Yeah.
I just feel like this racetrack, no matter the car, it's always a great race. There's like each car, they have their like, the 1.5 miles with the Gen 6 for a while. And even I know 1.5 miles are the strong suit of the next gen, but some 1.5 miles have been kind of clunkers. Just Miami every time, just banger of a race. So fun. High, low, mid lines. You got guys passing, doing different things. The and ending there obviously was insane, as we just talked about. I just do every race there. Why not?
All of them.
All of them.
They're
All
in
the
Kansas,
races.
in Charlotte.
Hey, and they have a road course, so you can do a roval too. Switch up a little bit.
Can't do a roval.
No.
True,
Is
yeah, that's
that-
right. Can't do a roval with next gen, but
No, well, you can't do a roval because that term is trademarked by
Trademarked.
Charlotte. So
true.
Yeah, I've seen some motorcycle races at Homestead. They look interesting going into turn 1 there. But yeah, let's I guess just hop into the rest of the race. Like we said, Reddick wins. He's locked into the top final 4 at Phoenix. So him and Logano. And then let's see, Bell's now sitting 3rd, plus 29. William Byron plus 7. Larson not in it at -7. Hamlin minus 18. Blaney minus 38. And Chase Elliott minus 43. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting at Martinsville. But
I would.
let's talk about his downfall here because he was fast. And I believe they said he had a flat tire, right? For the first one.
yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So has a flat tire, loses it. He fought his way back. I mean, didn't really take him long, get back up, fighting for the lead. And honestly,
Missed out on stage points.
he did
it
miss
took him
out
a
on
little
stage
while.
points.
It did take him a little while to get back.
That is true. Man, I thought he got stage points in stage 1. Must
According
have
to the
been-
Pop
was-
Chris thing, I don't think he got any. I
Oh.
don't know. Check the thing.
You might be
Couldn't
right.
get-
I thought he spun out after stage 1. Maybe it was before.
Yeah, our sheet's saying no points any stage.
Okay. Yeah, so finishes 13th after, second spin very late in the race. That's a rough day. I mean, all he had to do really was cruise there. He's locked in easily by points, and now he's outside looking in.
That's the way she goes.
Yep.
Don't fucking send her in there like that, bud.
Yeah, that was wild. If only he
Yeah.
could run the top lane a little better.
Yeah.
Feel difference. That's all it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you don't just sort of ride there. That's sort of like just Larson's MO, though, I guess. You just always going for like 100, 110% when you don't really need to. I
The old
mean,
Ricky Bobby.
like you're in a great points position there. Just ride, take second, or just be a little more patient. But he just has to go for the win. So
Yep.
I think it's crazy that we went from talking about a Hendrick Final Four to now we have.
are they going to make?
Yeah, to now
Yeah.
is any car going to make it? 'Cause you got Christopher Bell 29 to the good, and Byron sitting 7 above the cut line. I mean, Larson's right behind him at 7 under, but I mean, if Christopher Bell does decent at Martinsville, and then Ryan Blaney or Denny Hamlin wins it, well, suddenly
Mhm.
you have no Hendrick cars in the Final Four. So, I mean, the script's probably got Chase or Kyle winning Martinsville to lock them in, and then they'll win the championship, of course. But that would be wild if they deviate and they end up the 0 Hendrick Final Four.
It would be crazy to see Elliott win it or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like on a green white checkered or something too. Like he's not in contention. All of a sudden, boom, he's there.
Some dumb like
Steals it
debris
away from
caution.
everybody.
Yeah, debris caution or like a Rick Ware spin that brings out the caution like right before the white flag, and somehow Chase then pulls it out and wins it in the green white checkered. That
Yes.
I would love for that to happen just for Twitter's sake itself.
Knock Byron and Larson out or something. Oh
Yeah,
man.
gosh.
Speaking of the driver poll, what is it?
Most popular driver.
Fan vote. Yeah, most popular driver is up on NASCAR. You can vote 5 times a day. So
That is just excessive.
That's wild.
it is. It is. Like
Like-
1 time a day is enough, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just such a. I think it's kind of like a silly fucking thing.
Why not
Like,
1 time period per email? Right? I don't know.
Maybe they do it so people without Chase Elliott sized fan bases can get more votes or something. I don't know. I'm
Maybe
just
they
not
think-
that dedicated to it.
People are gonna vote for other drivers in like just one. I don't know.
No idea.
Like, I don't. What is it? The All-Star race. I think they have like a list and you can pick like a couple to give your vote to. Why don't they just do that? But all right.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird way to do it.
Yeah. So other than the great racing, all the playoff drivers running really well. We saw Carson Hocevar up there running really well, fighting for top 4 for a little bit. I don't know where he ended up finishing. I know he fell back, but ninth place, not a bad finish. Other than that, we got really anything to talk about for Cup race?
I mean, I thought it was cool to see a race with, I think sometimes we cherish, maybe not cherish, but we look for, this chaos over anything. And if we call a race good, if it's got some like good high, a lot of wrecks or something, I think that obviously adds a lot of entertainment. I think it's always nice to have a race that was that entertaining with like 2 cautions for cause, and both of them like single car spins, like not even these big, like spectacle 5-10 car pileups. I thought that was kind of cool. It was like, all right, like this, especially after you go to watching some less entertaining tracks where this car doesn't run as well, comparing it to a race like this, like, okay, there is the potential for races, for everything to be this good. It's just figuring out, not that every race is going to be a barn burner like that, but it's just kind of nice to see a race that goes mostly green be that entertaining.
Yeah, I thought with the Green White Checkered, we had a shot for that to kind of flip around there and just become a clusterfuck. But I mean, they raced hard and clean.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
It was a classic, just solid race. Like it was, there's a lot of good racing going on the whole time. I mean, obviously, people like I heard one of the complaints was like it sort of started out slow. It was like, I don't know what you want. Like that's just how it works. Like,
right,
you're not gonna just have everybody going 1,000% right out of the gate. Right? I mean, it's all about like setting up and getting your position. I mean, there's a lot of cars that at the beginning that aren't very good, and they work on their car throughout the day. They get better. I mean, I'd put Christopher Bell in that category just because like he started up front and he fell like to 8th, and then they're working on his car, getting him better. He's coming back up in it. You had all the playoff guys. Like, I mean, top 7 was all playoff guys, and Joey Logano somewhere in the middle of the field, like 22nd, just riding. It was great. And then that move at the end with Reddick. I mean, Reddick made 2 passes on the final lap. Like he went from 3rd to 1st. That's nuts. So
yeah.
I mean, I think his final lap was like 0.6 faster than Hamlin and
that's
Blaney.
crazy. Like,
that's insane.
Yeah.
So it was a very natural race, and it was just, I don't know, it was very good.
Yeah,
I want to know.
Positive on Twitter once. Did you see it, Drake? I know you saw it.
I did. Yeah, I was very pleasantly surprised. So it's a nice, refreshing tweet to see from you, Zach.
Yeah, like look at that. Be positive.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think that the owner of Phoenix just has to know where the bodies are hidden. Like, he's got to know some dirt on NASCAR that's making them put the championship race there every year.
It's just got to be a money thing. Like, it's the only thing that makes any sense.
It's got to be they like some kind of contract they signed where NASCAR would help like put the championship race there if they did the reconfig or something like that to try to make the money back. Some kind of weird contract was probably signed, however many years ago, that now they like feel pressure to. There's no way you watch a race like Homestead, or a race like Kansas, a race like Charlotte, and then continue to throw the championship race at Phoenix after watching also Phoenix every year, twice a year.
It comes down to just attendance in that. Like, there's nobody, like, I shouldn't say nobody, but it's not a sold out race. But
would anyone buy Phoenix if it wasn't the championship race? Like, if Homestead was the championship race,
they sold out in the spring.
That's just crazy, man.
I know. For just a shit track.
I mean, I guess it's like, I mean, we've talked about this before, I feel like, but what else is near there? Like, at least with Homestead, you have Daytona. So if you're going to go to one race or 2 races a year, whatever, like, not that they're necessarily next to each other, but if you're in the state of Florida, anywhere between those.
Vegas would be the next closest.
Yeah, Vegas, which I'd easily pick Vegas over Phoenix, but it's not like those are necessarily close. Phoenix and Vegas aren't like neighboring.
But what if you're in like New Mexico?
Right.
So, I mean, that's the only reason there.
People just flock them in from
Southern California, maybe too, coming over to Phoenix.
I mean, because you have the Clash there, Then you have Sonoma, but that's entirely up
that's
the
cool.
state. So if
What's
you're in
the,
SoCal, then you're probably as close, if not closer, to Phoenix than you are to, wine country.
What's the attendance capability of Homestead versus Phoenix?
That's a good point too. Let's see. It's Phoenix.
Well,
Motor
while we're
Speedway.
looking that up, I will say one thing. So Homestead not only loses its playoff race next year, but they're now a spring race.
In March, right? Something like that.
Yep.
Jeez, that's brutal.
I think this is to just upgrade the facility. So I think this is one of the tracks that is like last to get updates, or at least I shouldn't say last. I think there's
Like
still quite a
major
few.
updates.
Yeah, major updates. So, I mean, that could help with attendance too once they do that. And maybe once they do it in 2026, we see a championship race or something. I don't think it's going to happen next year.
Didn't that get float? I saw that Miami's like preparing a bid to get the championship race back. I think in 26, right? So that makes sense. That all right, knock it out in March. You have essentially a year and a half to upgrade it, and then we go.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's sort of the thought, is that that's why they're moving out of the playoffs, is give time to do some upgrades, maybe update it, and try to get some people more interested in going. I don't know. It's a shame. It's just, for whatever reason, people don't want to go there. As much as we sort of celebrate that track, it's weird that it just doesn't seem to get the love from an attendance standpoint.
I will
So
say.
Oh, God.
No,
you got it.
Nope.
Passive
No,
for
you-
Phoenix is 42,000. Homestead is 43,000.
Really?
So,
I thought Homestead was
same.
more than that.
According to this Wikipedia article.
Huh.
I mean, they only really have the front stretch, right? I don't think they have
Mhm.
any grandstands anywhere else.
So the palm trees back there, don't they?
Yeah. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Now, I'm guessing they got rid of some back when they redid the track, reconfigured it.
Right.
Because I think there used to be some in the turns, but then they added the whatever banking to it, 20 something degrees. Yeah, no, okay. So they're right on attendance. So I mean, if Homestead could sell out races, then I wonder what ticket prices are. I mean, Miami's not cheap, right?
As a
wonder
city,
if
no. I don't know about ticket prices.
Yeah.
Though. Yeah, Homestead's kind of funny, man. It looks like like just looking at pictures of it, it looks like a like a local track, just the way the stands are, because there's only front stretch stands.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a press box and suites off turn 1, but then everything else is just, there's nothing. Like it literally looks like I'm looking at a bigger Hickory Motor Speedway because there's nothing. I've never noticed that before. That's really weird.
I will say it was kind of funny. So I was trying to talk the girlfriend and go into the 24 Hours of Daytona, and she's like, "Can we go to the beach sometime when it's warm and not in January?" And then I'm watching this race on Sunday, and she's like, "Why didn't we go to this race?" I was like, "I asked you earlier this year, and you said no." She's like, "No, I didn't." I was like, "Yeah, you did." I said, "You said it was too expensive. Miami's too expensive." She's like, "Oh, well, maybe I did." I was like, "Yeah, you did." So, yeah, I found that funny. All right, viewership up. Was that 1 or 4%?
So it was viewership. The ratings was up 1%, and the viewers was up 4%. Yeah, I could have typed that out.
Sunday race, football's on. I mean, I'll pick an up swing there on attendance.
Pick any positives?
Yeah,
for sure.
And then something a little off the wall and not do with the racing, or to do with the racing. You guys see the bees in the spotter stands?
Yeah, dude.
What the heck was that? Just
crazy.
swarm of bees.
I'd be mad.
I would be too. I think they were, honestly.
I would not be a happy camper.
Anybody listen to the Spotter podcast by chance to see what they had to say about it?
Did not.
Oh, God.
Don't care enough.
I saw it. I was like, I hope they all sting Freddie. But yeah, I just, that was crazy. I mean, what do you do in that case? You kind of just have to let it happen, right? You can't
fuck it. Good luck, buddy. I'm going inside.
spray stuff. Yeah, right. I know one of the spotters said something to their driver, but man, I couldn't do it. Staying up there
That's
with
just
just
crazy,
bees
man.
everywhere. Hundreds of them. All right. we got anything else to do with the Cup race? I mean, it was great racing. Tyler Reddick's locked in. Other than that, like nothing major happened in the race.
No,
Did
it's
a
just
little dust up on pit road, but
solid straight up race. Not much to really report from, I don't think.
yeah. Championship
racing.
race.
Should
Here's-
be.
Let's rotate it. Like I 100% am on board with
Yeah.
rotating. Let's throw Charlotte in the actual oval.
I did hear something that made me laugh on the teardown. Bianchi said he was talking to like some NASCAR executive, and he said, "Man, if only we could bottle this up and take it to Phoenix." like
Well,
that comment it's like, I don't know, it just struck
Uh,
me as very like, I don't know, I can't think
It's
of
like
the word.
they know Phoenix is shit, but you have the perfect fix. It's right there.
Right?
In front of
It's
you.
weird. It's like we have a track right here. You don't have to bottle it up and take it to Phoenix. You can just bring it here.
You have 2 tracks. You have Miami. You have Kansas. You have Charlotte. You had 3
Yeah.
tracks that you can get that at.
yep. It's getting kind of cold in Kansas this time of year, but
Yeah,
other than that,
Kansas probably, but Charlotte or Miami, send it, dude.
yeah. Oh man, I had an. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, we keep shitting on Phoenix, but I will say I feel like I haven't hated the races that much at Phoenix. Like they haven't been awful.
I think the only
Maybe I'm
reason
just wrong.
Phoenix gets to hate it though is because it's the championship race, so that just gives you more weight. Like,
Yeah.
like
Like,
that
it's not
puts
an
you under more
outstanding race.
criticism. No,
Yeah.
it's,
It's not.
it
as
would
bad
fall under what I don't know. We've had races before, and I've defended them. Like, you can have like okay races, and I think Phoenix is capable of that. But if you're gonna have this playoff format and this idea of this Super Bowl championship thing, you got to have it at a good track. You can't have it at an okay place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you moved it to a track that I think we'd all, give it a 10 out of 10 this week. And, Phoenix maybe puts on a 6.5 or something like that. It's not awful, but it's a championship race. You want better.
Yeah, when you have
Right.
that weight on it, it takes 6.5 to like a 4.5, I feel like, because the
Yeah.
expectation's higher and that means more. And so then
Yeah.
you get a lackluster product where the only real action is restarts and then no one can really pass outside of that too much. Then it's like, okay, like normally this would be fine. So the restarts are very entertaining.
Sure.
But then it's like when this is you're fighting for championship and you can't pass for the lead, like what are we doing? Like why is then it's just knocking it way farther down. Otherwise it's like, oh, whatever. Like my driver couldn't make he was a faster car but couldn't make the pass because the track or the car or whatever. But when it's like, oh, he lost the championship because they're on a track that only has one groove, etc., then I don't know.
Yeah.
See, and that's why I'm on board with rotating also, because what if one guy's really good at Phoenix,
Right.
Joey
like that too.
Johnson, or like at Homestead, and he goes and wins a bunch of championships? I don't know. I've never really been on board with this whole one race to rule them all type deal.
No,
Yeah.
I don't like it either. But I mean, I do think you should at least rotate it because I do agree. Like somebody, like I mean, look at friggin' Penske. Like they're definitely good at Phoenix, and they've won the last 2 years there, and it's just annoying. And they could very well steal another one here. So it's like, I don't know. I don't like the idea of just if you have it, like if you're just better at a track, that means you are a championship favorite. I don't like that.
Imagine if Blaney wins at Martinsville and now it's 2 Penske cars and 2 Toyotas.
I kind of want there to be 2 Penske cars because I think like Penske pretends to work well together, but let's be honest, they really don't.
They don't.
No.
Yeah.
I just don't want a Joey Logano 3rd championship.
No one wants that.
Well, I
Don't
should
say
say
that
this.
because
Ryan
TikTok
Blaney
and
will.
Instagram say otherwise.
Ryan Blaney works well with his teammates. His teammates don't work well with him. I should say that.
That is
Yeah.
Dude,
true.
Ryan Blaney is like the best teammate alive.
Yeah.
He gets rolled
Same
over all
stuff.
the time.
Yeah, it's the worst, man. I mean, they treat him like he's Wood Brothers. Like they just treat him like he's not a real teammate. Like the 22 and the 2 work together all day long until they wreck each other. But then, like Ryan will help them all day long, and as soon as he needs a helping hand, they just jump out of line and do their thing. It happened when Brad was in the 2. Happens now with Cindric in the 2. It's just I hate it because Ryan's like the only Penske guy I like, and he just keeps getting odd man out, and it's stupid.
Yeah. if there was a zombie apocalypse, Cindric and Logano are tripping Blaney to get away.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
For sure.
I don't know. Feel bad for him, but hey, come over to 2311. That's all I got to say, Blaney. We'll put you in a car. All right. Yeah, if we get the final 2 spots, we'll hop into the points real quick, and then we'll hit the other series.
Hmm.
You think Bell's gonna hold on to it, Zach, or do you think somebody's gonna
I'm nervous,
pop
man.
up?
29 points is a big
Up
jump.
22 from Byron.
Yeah, but really, we're only 22 from Byron. So really, we just got to race Byron all day. That's who we're worried about, staying ahead of him. And I mean, that's what he had to do this weekend. He did a good job of it at Homestead. I think he finished ahead of Byron every stage, and then in the finish of the race. So now we just got to do that again. But friggin' Martinsville is pretty hit or miss for old C-Bell. So a little nervous. We'll see how it goes.
Yep. Think anybody's gonna have a chance to pop up and win it?
I'm
Blaney.
gonna save
Sure.
my prediction until Survivor
Yeah,
Pool.
I'm not fucking telling you
Survivor.
because I'm saving it.
All right.
Yeah, I'm last pick for Survivor Pool, so I'm not saying anything. Not
Okay.
giving
How
y'all
about
any ideas?
you don't have to give him an answer, but do you think a playoff driver wins it at Martinsville?
No.
Yes.
Playoff,
Wait,
playoff
yes,
driver,
yeah. I think I thought you meant above the cut line. I think a playoff driver.
Just
does.
any of them, any of the 8.
Yes.
I think so.
Okay. Let's jump into well, actually, before we get into this, make sure to like, follow, subscribe, give us a thumbs up on YouTube. Also subscribe there, leave comments. Thumbs up and comments help us on YouTube hit that algorithm, which the more viewership and that we get, the more we get to go to the track, the more content we can bring you. So yeah, do that. All right, Xfinity. Austin Hill wins, locks himself into the final 4. I mean, more good racing. I didn't really think there was too much excitement. Kind of like the Cup. Like, it's racing back and forth. Austin Hill, I thought had the best car easily all day. But he's locked in. Allmendinger's locked in. And then you got Allgaier plus 35. Custer plus 28. Oof. And then below, Chandler Smith minus 28. Jesse Love minus 35. Mayer minus 47. And Sammy Smith minus 95. 28 points to the cut line. That's a decent amount. After the race, Chandler Smith said, I could be working for my dad's construction business next year, so no craps will be given at Martinsville.
Dang.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine going from final 8? He had a chance to win this race. He ran really well, had the pole, I think, to possibly be sitting at home next year. Don't have the money to pay for that top JGR ride. It's rough.
Bad state.
Tough business.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's got 3 wins on the year. He's a good driver. I enjoyed watching him drive, but yeah. That is rough. Trucks. Well, before the racing even got going, Lane Riggs had his steering wheel confiscated and then had to go reweigh the car. So I don't know if they had
Jeez.
lead in the steering wheel or what, but
What the fuck? What a weird
yeah.
thing.
It's a good place to hide it, I guess.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, see, and I don't know if they have to have the steering wheel in the car when they do it, when they weigh the car.
Huh.
So might have been a smart thing, maybe.
Yeah.
Fuel mileage race made it kind of interesting because time was coming from way back. It was catching everybody. I think going into the last lap, Heim was 8th, and I think he finished 3rd. 2nd through 6th ran out of gas on the last lap. But Grant Enfinger has enough fuel, makes it around, makes it 2 in a row. Those are his only 2 wins this season. Good time to do it. He is locked in for Phoenix.
Yeah, that was funny. I was watching. I didn't catch that whole race, but I did catch the end of it, and it's just like I think I was paying attention to Majeski. I forget where he was. He might have been like,
He was
7th or
5th.
6th.
Yeah, somewhere in
But
there.
he was like 20 seconds behind. Like it was a huge gap. Then all of a sudden he finished the 2nd because everybody's running out of gas.
So I had a bet on Connor Zilic to finish top 5, and the white flag I put into Discord, in the betting Discord, and I said, "Well, that's an easy bet." And Enfinger comes around, takes the win, and Zilic was only like 4 seconds back. I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting. All of a sudden, there goes Majeski in second place. I'm like, fuck. And then Zilic comes by really slow. I was like, thank God. But yeah, it was, a lot of guys ran out. I think Lane Riggs was up there too. He ran out. Yeah. How about this? Connor Jones, 2-lap penalty for rough driving after bumping Matt Mills and wrecking him. What do you guys think about that? I know Zach has seen it.
I've seen it. Yes.
Was he the same guy? Didn't he wreck 2 people? Sorry,
So
was that like the
he
spotter, the guy who got wrecked? He's like, he did that to the 91 as well, or something like that.
Yeah, he bumped him, just moved him up the track type deal, but
Okay.
didn't
Damn
cause
right.
cause a yellow or anything. I mean, it was a hard hit for Matt Mills. There was fire. He spent a day and a half at the hospital, actually.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think
Yeah,
they
he
said,
just got out.
yeah, concussion, most likely.
I think smoke inhalation too. I saw.
Oh, yeah.
Car
I did
car
hear
got
that
fired too.
Yep. I mean, that car went up in flames quick.
Oh yeah.
And he had his window net, I mean, literally like a second after hitting the wall. He was still pretty fast. It's like, holy crap. And then he didn't get out of the truck right away either.
Yikes.
But yeah, 2-lap penalty for that. I know he's Connor Jones has had problems before in the Cars Tour and stuff like that. I don't know. I think it's something NASCAR needs to do. Step up, give penalties a little bit more often.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say because like it's one of those things like, and I don't know Connor Jones. I'm not sticking up for him or anything like that, but it's like it wasn't like the most egregious thing I've ever seen. Like I think it's one of these things like are we penalizing things based on the outcome or like the intent? Which it's a weird line because I mean we have intent wrecking all the time, and like to me it just looked like he was just trying to get to Matt Mills' bumper and like I don't know spin him or something. It just went horribly wrong, and did put Matt in the wall and caught the truck on fire. So it's like I don't know. It's kind of weird. I guess it's just the risk you take if you're going to be playing these little reindeer games with 3,000-pound race vehicles at 170 mile an hour. You got to be prepared for the negative consequences, and I don't know. It's just kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't egregious like he right reared him or anything like
No,
that.
like I've definitely seen worse Chase Elliott intent wrecks.
Yeah,
but then again, Chase Elliott was
Carson
parked for a race.
Hocevar. Yeah,
Right.
Carson Hocevar definitely had some bad ones.
Was Kyle Busch?
Yeah, Kyle Busch. So I mean, like just on the realm of like intent wrecks, I don't think it was that bad. It just went
He
bad,
just
if that makes sense. Like it went the worst way
ran
it
him
probably
over.
could have.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, hell, even who was it? Hemrick last week with Austin Dillon just cleaned him out. Like that was way worse. So I don't know. I think again, I don't know anything about Connor Jones. If he's a dirty guy and he does this shit all the time, then yeah, I guess that would make sense why you got to be a little harsher on him, especially if you're sending guys to the hospital. It's just I don't know. It's kind of weird just because like roughing somebody up or getting somebody back, payback is like sort of part of NASCAR, but it's always interesting when like you do it and it crosses the line like this.
Yeah,
Like or somebody gets hurt, it's just weird.
Second time we've seen it. Lane Riggs got a penalty earlier in the season too for rough driving, but he right reared somebody, and I think it was under caution. So, I don't know. I find it funny because last year we had Haley Deegan every time she got around. Was it Lawless Allen? I think.
Did you have a thing with Dean Thompson too?
That's who it was, Dean Thompson. Every week it seemed like she was just purposely taking him out. And, NASCAR just lets it go. And, yeah, now it's, I don't know. Connor Jones, 2-lap penalty. All right. Anything else for Homestead?
Make it the championship race. That's all I got.
Yep. I think you're going to have to wait till 2026 for that one. All right. Let's hop into news. Justin Allgaier signs with JRM through 2026. I found it funny they did not say Xfinity Series. I think NASCAR is trying to pull some stuff with the whole charter system to get JRM, a couple charters. But that's me. How about this? Bobby Allison is given a win for the 1971 Bowman Gray Race. Gives him his 85th win.
Congratulations, Bobby Allison.
Yeah. Still got what, 50-something years for NASCAR to take away Austin Dillon's win at Richmond this year.
Perfect.
Let's see.
You know
The
what'd be a
money
really
team-
funny
Oh, God.
April Fool's joke by NASCAR, I think, is if they would do like make some sort of announcement like, so we've redone every championship to match the playoff format. Like go back through all 75 years and redo the championships and redistribute them based
Oh,
off of
God.
the playoff format and who won the last race or whatever. That'd be hilarious. People would lose their fucking mind.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Dale Earnhardt 7 championship? Nope.
Oh gosh.
Is there a site that shows who would have?
I don't think there's anything like that. Like that would take a lot of work.
Yeah, and then plus you know, then you're not factoring in how people might have driven differently.
Yeah.
well, that's
had it
what's
been.
funny. Like that's what's funny about like they do the Winston Cup stuff. Like they still do the what do you call it? Not Letarte system. What's the old system? I can't remember. It
Winston
starts
Cup system?
the old point system for Cup. Like they still do it. Like the Winston Cup points, whatever they called that. Like there's that Twitter account that's still.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forget his name.
Latford, the Latford system. That's it.
Sure.
It's interesting, but it's just like they race different, obviously, for the playoffs.
Yeah.
They would for.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you saw it last year with the Hail Melon, right?
But it is interesting. Like I mean, it's like a really tight points battle.
yeah.
Like it's fun. It's just kind of fun to follow along with it. Not that you can really take much from it, but
Yeah, I was saying about that the other day. It's like the race for the regular season was so close. I was kind of wondering where we were still at with that. I know Reddick had probably fallen down because after the playoffs started, he's like the 11th driver in points or something like that. But
I'll tell you who's not close is Joey Logano.
Sure.
No way.
He's still like 15th, so good
Yeah.
for him.
I think I saw Bowman would have only been like 20 or so back at this point because he's been crushing it in this round, but obviously them cheating Chevys.
Yeah.
kinda
The
ruined
way
it.
we can tell where Joey would be had he not won that, like say he came in second last week, like where he would actually be.
Oh, man. He was really far back in points, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He'd probably be with Chase like 40, 50 back.
Yeah, he'd be back there. I mean, you figure so you get what second place points or whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
He would have made some ground with that, but I don't think he got many stage points, if any, last week. I know
He
did.
did.
Did he?
Oh, at Vegas, he did. At
I know he
Homestead,
didn't get any
definitely
this
did not.
week.
Yeah,
But
Homestead he got nothing. And then
course
Bell would be locked in and
well, just going back to that argument, if they race different, like who knows how much of a shit Joey Logano gives about anything now. Which is why
Right.
I don't like winning in for the last round, especially because I don't want anybody to be like that. Like, meh,
Yeah.
you know, I can just
Yeah.
fuck off now. Like, I want every week to matter.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Logano still would have been third in how many points they got at Vegas if he wouldn't have won, if he would have finished second or something. Because he
Right.
did get he finished 8th in stage 1 and 5th in stage 2. So,
I think in Vegas he was actually above the cut line at one point, wasn't
he would have been, yeah, because he went in at minus 11. So,
he? Yeah, so he actually probably wouldn't have been that bad off.
yeah,
Depending
this
on
race would have
how much
really
of an
hurt him.
actual effort. Well, it depends. Like, was he actually trying, or is he just like,
Right.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Or is he like, I'm just locked in, so we're chilling.
Yeah.
I think they probably would have been similar. I mean, because they only won Vegas on miracle fuel mileage. So
Yeah, but they still ran kind of okay that day. Like, it wasn't like
Yeah, he would have been.
out in left field.
Right.
Like,
true.
like Homestead, he was just completely irrelevant. Like, I think he was
Mhm.
like averaging like 20th or something like that. Like, he was nowhere.
True.
Okay. I'm on the wrong page. Team Amerivet, formerly the Money Team, plans on running 15 to 17 races next season, and they are looking for sponsors.
Who isn't?
So I've heard that it was formerly the Money Team, but they're also trying to sit there and say that it's like a high school teacher, husband, wife combo. It's like, no, it's not.
No.
Not if that's where they got the car from. So, Yankees just got another run.
Well,
Okay. Well, that's it for the news. We have nothing to add to the kill count unless we want to count Kyle Larson losing it multiple times, which we won't. So
Might
let's
have killed that championship.
I got
Hey-o.
I got quick F1 minute. McLaren is running away with the constructor standing.
That was a pretty
which
good
is
race. on
Mexico.
Sunday, too.
Yeah,
They Max Verstappen was driving like an idiot.
he was. And Perez threw
Yep.
at his home race. But hey, shout out Haas, double points.
Ooh.
My boy, Austin and I's boy Caleb, working for Haas.
Nice little bonus for him there.
They've been killing it recently.
They have.
Nice. Good to see
Yeah.
Haas finally doing something, huh?
America's team, baby.
Yeah. All right. Did you say Max flew to Homestead?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that.
That's
Got a party with Tyler, you know.
yeah. Found
Is
kinda
that
funny.
why? Is that why he went there?
No,
Like,
I haven't heard officially, but I doubt it.
probably. Some
I'm guessing
F1
they're
thing.
just that close to Miami, and Miami's a big party town. Like,
Yeah,
let's be honest, like rich party town too.
true.
So that's probably all he did. All right, let's hop into Survivor, Zach.
Let's see how we do.
You
Been
did
pretty good, I'd say. Pretty good week.
Yeah, I mean we're sort of like the playoff guys because we all pick playoff guys. So yeah, we were all top 10. Drake won with old Tyler Reddick, obviously. And then who else? Oh, and then Andrew had Denny Hamlin. Almost got a win there. Denny Hamlin did. Joe had Byron, who was I came in third with Bell, who was fourth, and then Joe had Byron, who was sixth.
Yep.
So Joe, who you getting?
All right, for Survivor from Martinsville, let's go with. Give me. Do I have Larson? I have. We'll just do Larson.
Atta boy. You just left me. Ryan Blaney.
Yeah,
Peace.
I knew that was coming.
You motherfucker. Andrew, it's you, I think.
Yep.
Oh, it is me. I was
Yeah,
waiting
yeah,
for you to go.
Sorry.
Uh,
Andrew, your turn.
William Byron.
Okay.
Byron. Goodness.
What you got, Austin?
I was going to go Chase Elliott, but I already picked him. Just a side note, unrelated to anything that happened last week, I think if your driver wins that you pick, I think you should get some kind of points boost.
Yeah,
That's what I
think we're
suggested.
definitely going to do that next year.
I said that like earlier in the season after I won.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
to be fair, I won last week, so I'm locked in. You won this week, so you're locked in.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Joe's in it by points, and then Zach's going to pull a Logano, I think, and just sneak his way into the final four for Phoenix.
I just think that starting last week, I think you should get like a 20-point bonus for your driver to win.
Well, it resets after this race, so
That's
does
true.
it?
It does.
guys, I think Joe just blew up.
I'm so
Just
confused
pissed.
at how we do this. I thought we were supposed to reset for the playoffs, and I just
Anyway, I'm picking
I don't
Denny
know.
Hamlin. Even though he's going to win Phoenix, he's also going to win this week.
Well, this
Can
is
you
sort of
imagine
a
he misses the
must-win for him,
playoffs by
yeah.
like 1 point, or the final four by 1 point, goes and wins at Phoenix?
Yeah.
All
don't
comes
know.
down to that penalty that he got for the engine that he didn't modify himself.
So
Oh.
frustrated.
I don't know who would be the better win, Denny Hamlin or Tyler Reddick, as far as just awkwardness for the celebration.
Oh,
I
man.
know.
Either way, Danny's going to be there. So,
Yeah.
Could you imagine them trying to give him the trophy? Like, they didn't even want to give him the regular season trophy.
They'll just be like
the
there.
championship trophy. They just set it at victory
Yeah.
lane and walk away.
Yeah,
Pulls
that
it,
would
just sitting
be.
there.
That's gonna be something. Good lord, we're rooting for that.
It'd be hilarious.
Yeah, that whole situation's still just weird to me.
Wild.
I don't know. NASCAR's setting themselves up for big failure, but at the same time, they're setting themselves up to get Junior in there. I think it's so weird.
I mean, it depends. If it goes in NASCAR's favor, maybe, but
I don't think there's any way.
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but
So my thing is, obviously you got this. Was it the second? I think is when they're hearing to let FRM
It's-
and 2311 race next year under the charter.
it's the week before Phoenix. That might be next week.
I think it's next week, early next week. So probably the 4th or 5th. But so here's my thought. They're trying to race under the new guidelines just without the one section that says they cannot file a lawsuit. That's the only thing. Like, I don't see how any court system doesn't go, yeah, it's fair. Like, we're
Yeah.
going to allow this. Like, they're still going to pay the same entrance and charter fee and all that. It's just, I don't know. It's funny to me.
Well, you
Right.
got NASCAR, who's never really been challenged, and when they have, they always win. So, I mean, there's just like there's like this overarching like sense of arrogance I've always felt. From NASCAR when it comes to this. So it's like, are they humble enough to realize that, oh shit, we might not be in a great position here, or do they just think, nah, we're right? Like, I don't know.
I think that's what they feel like right now, but I think it's going to come down to I don't know. It's not going to look good on them in the long run.
It's gonna be really fun to watch. I hope they have some court stuff over the off season, so we get to sort of enjoy that.
Yeah, we might have some off season content to put up, huh?
I know, right? Oh yeah.
All right. We have an OnlyFans.
Ooh, what we got?
So obviously Halloween is coming up in 2 days, and the OnlyFans question is, what is your favorite Halloween candy?
Ooh, I like the Twizzlers, the one that like kind of looks like that. It's like the little like rectangle with the two pieces. I love those. They're great. That's probably just me, but I always look for those.
I think there's one easy answer here, and it's Reese's peanut butter cups.
Those
I mean,
are
yeah, those are
great.
top-notch.
Those are great as well. Yes, those are great. Those are great at any time though. Like the Twizzler is more of a Halloween.
Are we talking like strictly a Halloween themed candy or something?
That
Reese's like candy corn.
Reese's pumpkins, the ones that are Reese's cups shaped like pumpkins.
Yeah,
I love the holiday Reese's.
Oh yeah,
shapes because you get so much more peanut butter.
I think it's Brian that hates like the Christmas trees and the eggs and stuff. He says it's too much peanut butter or something. I think it's from that has that stupid opinion. But
Jesus.
My controversial candy, people hate on me for this, but Milk Duds.
I like Milk Duds.
See, I love a Milk Dud. I'm a big Milk Dud fan.
I'm not a big Milk Dud fan,
Duds,
but I only eat them at Halloween, so it's like they're good then. But I can't just like eat them all year round. I don't know.
Okay, Milk Duds. I don't hate. For some reason, I always get Milk Duds confused with what are they Whoppers?
Yeah, Whoppers.
Whoppers are trash.
For some reason, I always get those confused. I have no idea why. But yeah, I do enjoy Milk Duds. I hate Whoppers.
And again, this is maybe not Halloween specific, but always peanut M&Ms are goated.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah, Reese's Pieces.
Didn't they used to do a pretzel M&M? Do they still do that?
Fan.
No.
I think they do still do the pretzels.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not a Reese's
no.
Pieces fan.
I don't like it either.
How about sweet tart ropes? Have you ever had those?
I don't like fruit candy very much.
I love a gummy cluster.
Except for like warheads and stuff like that. Dude. Sour stuff's good.
Yeah, the Nerds gummy clusters, like Austin said, those are actual crack cocaine.
Yep, next level.
Elite.
What is it? The Sour Patch Kids watermelon.
Oh,
yes.
Another top notch.
Plus, my goat.
I like
those are addicting.
I know. Anyone dressing up this year?
I'm going to a wedding this weekend,
So in a
and
suit.
we're doing like a
Halloween wedding?
whole. Yeah, we're doing it's like a whole weekend. So we're going down Thursday morning, or like we're getting there like 4, and then that night they're doing a country versus emo night.
Oh.
So
Nice.
so I'm dressing up as both because I feel that I identify as both at different points in my life. So I'm wearing cowboy boots with jeans, and then a My Chemical Romance shirt with like a black flannel jacket and like a black Dale Earnhardt hat to top it off. So
Nice.
There you go.
doing a little bit of both, but that's my costume, if you will.
We're doing me and my fiance, we love Costco. So she got the like Costco sample lady like apron hat tray. And then I am gonna be the hot dog combo.
You're telling me you're doing Costco and you're not doing the Costco guys?
Double chunk.
You're not
boom.
You're not going as the Rizzler. You're kidding.
It's a
messed up.
double boom.
They were on Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
Really?
they were.
He looked pissed that
Oh,
they were there.
it was funny
He did
because
not
it
look
was like
happy.
the small one and then the older one and the dad, and it was like the
Okay, let's get their names here.
IRL
The
Pokemon
Rizzler, Big Justice, and AJ.
Yeah, really.
Right.
IRL Pokemon evolution.
Yeah, pretty accurate. So funny, dude. This is such a tangent, but that dad is like making that kid's like entire child. Like, there's a clip that like warmed my
not
heart. He was
happy.
like playing. He was getting so pumped because he was playing like just games with like Sketch and like these phase guys and these like guys that I'm sure he's like looked up to or like watched or whatever forever. He's like, they're streaming with him, and he was like so pumped to be doing that. I'm like, oh, that's like, what other opportunity would he have to do this except for them making these Costco videos? So
Yeah.
it's great. I love it. Love those guys.
Double boom.
I'm not doing anything for Halloween. I am doing full size candy bars, so
I'll be
if
there.
you know where I live, come
We'll
get
be
one.
doxing Andrew after the show.
Yep.
It'll be like that NBA clip we talked about the other week.
If you mention the podcast, I'll give you 2.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, I'm not going as anything. Let the kids do that.
Yep.
Where are the kids going?
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I don't know. I know we got koala outfit and a giraffe. I don't know if those are just PJs though. They might just be PJs. So I'm not really sure what they're going as, to be honest.
They're going as comfortable.
That might be it. That's what I'm going as.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hoodie, jeans, and maybe a beer and a koozie. We'll see.
Yeah.
That's
That's
what we'll do.
Well,
We talk
Martinsville.
about Martinsville. Oh, we got it
Yeah.
down it. Now
Let's
you're doing
talk about it.
New
You're
tire.
gonna pop up. New tire. Was it the option rights and new lefts? Is that right?
From what I understand, it's an option right and a brand new left. Yes.
Which
I don't know if I love like this. I don't love doing that for the fall race. Like, just with all the heavy implications around this race. I don't know if I love trying new things at this.
but is it going to make a difference? Like, let's be honest.
I don't know.
Probably not.
We've done this multiple times.
I'm not
now,
expecting
and
anything.
nothing changed, and it was just I don't know.
What was
I'm
it? The spring race?
not
I
gonna
think
get my hopes
Joey Logano went like 150 laps on his left side tires or something.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that. That was not fun.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know. They've tried tire after tire after tire after tire, and they're like, "Oh, this is gonna do it," and nothing happens. So I'm not really expecting a whole lot, but
Right.
We need to get rid of grip. We need to allow people to be able to push people out of the lane and get rid of the downshifting so that if they make a mistake, they suffer. But it's never going to happen because NASCAR is going to do their thing.
Jim France loves the GT3 car. That Xfinity race is gonna be fucking phenomenal, though. So if you're gonna watch one of them, I definitely recommend that one.
Last year's was crazy.
It's
This
always
year's
so
gonna be the
good.
Same thing. Yeah. Just like Chandler Smith, Jesse Love, Sam Mayer, those
Mhm.
guys come to the line. Hell, even Sammy Smith's a good short track guy. Like, it could be a battle at the end, just kind of like Chandler Smith, or not Chandler, Sheldon Creed last year,
Yeah.
Be interesting. And then Martinsville and the trucks, that's usually a pretty good race too. So
Yep.
yeah, I hope Raja can sneak in on that one. Minus 22 is going to be rough, though.
Who's in trucks right now? Who's in the final four?
Enfinger, Heim, Ekis, Majeski are
I
the
hope
top four right now.
Majeski could stay in. Majeski's man.
Enfinger is the only one locked.
Yeah, 'cause he
Majeski's
won.
the one plus 22 over Caruth.
Am I right in saying that the only two people to win in the trucks in the playoffs has been Grant Enfinger and Lane Riggs?
Heim. Didn't Heim win some?
I don't know. So I'm asking. I don't really follow, but like the races I've seen, it's been either Lane Riggs or Grant Enfinger winning.
Enfinger, Heim won.
Okay,
Riggs.
So all but one.
And then I don't remember what their actual start day was. Was it Richmond? Because then it would be Majeski won the first one. And he won the race before that too. So I don't know. Man. I wish they'd all start at Daytona and ended or start the week after Daytona. What let's make it easy for us.
Yeah.
It would be nice.
All right.
We
got anything else to talk about?
Well, who's making it? Who you putting in?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know we have our picks and all that, but that's kind of blown up. But I mean, just going off of the chart here, what do you think?
I mean, I want Reddick, Logano, Bell, Hamlin. That's what I want. I don't know if it'll happen.
So do I, but who do you think is the question?
Oh man, I think it's going to be. Besides for the top two, I think it's going to be Bell and I think it's going to be Larson.
I'm gonna go Bell, Byron. I don't think Chase can win.
Just on a hunch here, I think Tyler Reddick and Joey Logano are probably moving on.
Sure.
Big if true.
Crazy
Big
talk.
if true. You're a betting man. Throw the mortgage on that. Yeah, I think Christopher Bell's going to do fine. I mean, he's going to have to feel like mess up pretty decent to not make it through the 29-point gap.
Some brake issues or something.
Yeah, unless
he scored all of 2 points in the spring race, so it's definitely possible.
That is true. It is possible, especially if someone else wins. I don't know. I still say Bell, and then I think Denny. I think Bell and Denny.
I think it's gonna be Bell. My guts tell me Blaney. I want it to be Denny, but my guts.
I know. I was thinking Blaney too. I was like, man, he's so good there.
My guts tell me Blaney's gonna win.
It's gonna be Chase. I can just see it now.
It's got to be a Hendrick guy, right? Like, no way does a Hendrick guy get knocked out.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it is so funny. Like, literally 3 weeks ago, we were talking about all 4 Hendrick cars getting in. Now,
yeah.
I mean, it looked really possible because they were half of the final 8.
They don't get one in.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, they had 4 of the final 8.
If Bell has an okay day,
qualified, and
one of these guys wins, yeah,
it's crazy. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, Martinsville hasn't been the greatest race for the Cup cars, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be good. I hope the tire at least makes a little bit of a difference. Obviously, I don't think it can hurt. The only thing I'm worried about is like blowouts or something like that, and possibly costing a championship guy a shot.
Right.
And that's why I don't like trying new stuff like at this point. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. I would hate to have just some dumb tire issues or something like that completely impact the championship, but whatever.
Yeah. Man, anybody know who did the tire test?
I think Bubba for Toyota. I think, and I'm only going off of what Freddie said, because Freddie was saying if they brought one of the tires, we'd be really good at Martinsville. So I'm assuming
Bubba Bush, Bubba, Gillen. So
there you go.
For Kyle Busch, man, if Kyle Busch would win here this weekend, I would be fucking through the moon.
That'd be wild.
We also forgot to mention they did a wet tire test at Homestead.
I saw that. That's weird.
Interesting.
I mean, let's be honest. Those freaking Democrats hate NASCAR, and they're causing rain every week in NASCAR. It's just
They're sending the hurricane machine right
Yeah.
towards all the NASCAR
They're
track.
spooling it up as we speak.
Yeah.
Woke liberal media hates
Oh, God.
NASCAR.
Has anybody looked at the weather for this weekend? I
I
haven't
can
yet.
check right now. Martinsville.
I feel like this part of the year we're pretty.
Oh, it's good. It's
Good.
Yeah, it's just
High
like
in the high 60s, though.
it's just like that midsummer.
Yeah,
early
it's good.
spring.
Oh, yeah.
It hasn't
Vicious.
rained since the hurricane came through. It rained once, and that was last Saturday, and that was for like an hour. So it's been pretty dry here.
Nice.
Yeah, we haven't had much either.
No, Western North Carolina is at least pretty clear for the weekend. So
Yeah, thankfully.
yeah.
All right. Well, that it? I got nothing
Yeah.
else.
That's about
Let's
it.
wrap her up. We'll see you guys next week after
2 more.
Well, yeah, 2 more races. It's kind of crazy. We're already there.
Wild.
Yep, here we are.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
I love you.
This has been a For Frequency's Sake Podcast Network production. For more great content, subscribe to For Frequency's Sake on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.